So what are the first few days like when you start your own law firm? The truth is, they're quiet. They're quiet by default. Nothing happens unless you make it happen. You're used to being in school and internships at a law firm, a government office, whatever the case may be, where work is assigned to you. There's no one to assign you work anymore. Now, depending on your life circumstances, you may enjoy the quiet, you may enjoy the break, but the fact is, it's not sustainable long term, and you need to create some disequilibrium. You need to make sure some things happen. For me, that was all about creating a system where I said, here are the things I know I need to do to get clients, and then I just made those things my job. Before I could measure the results, I measured my performance within that system. Am I keeping the promises I made to myself by doing the things I said I would do? I would actually write down my activities, measure my progress, and so at the end of each day or each week, I would know, did I succeed or did I fail based on those criteria? But it's a fundamentally different mindset to go from being a work receiver to a work creator. I actually think a great analogy for it is payroll taxes. Let me nerd out on that a bit. You can feel free to fast forward like 30 seconds if you want to. But okay, when you're an employee, you receive W-2 payroll. That means your employer is going to take out payroll taxes. They're automatically going to withhold them. But when you start your own business, you have to figure out all of that on your own. You have to pay your quarterly taxes, figure out where you go to pay those quarterly taxes and your self-employment taxes. When you get money coming in, you think, yay, I get to keep all this money, but no, the withholding hasn't happened yet. You have to set aside money for taxes. And the same is true of your time in those early days. You have no employer automatically withholding tasks from your time. You have to be proactive about it, creating your task list and then thinking, what amount of time do you have to set aside for your tasks? So just as you have to pay your taxes proactively, the same is true for your day-to-day activity. Okay, end of tax analogy, you can unplug your ears now. Now, the danger is you need to create your tasks well. You want to create work for yourself that actually serves your goals and doesn't just make you feel busy and productive without actually moving the ball down the field. As I said in an earlier video, you really need to remain laser focused on getting clients, doing a good job for your clients, and getting paid for that work, especially in those early days. Think about doing the minimum of every necessary task that doesn't lead to you getting clients, doing a good job for them, and getting paid. You don't need the best website on earth. You need something one step above embarrassing. You don't need the most elaborate workflow automation system. You just need some clients to do work for. You have this new responsibility now, this new freedom. Maybe just like when you were living away from home for the first time. With great freedom comes great responsibility. And your responsibility now is to fill your time with work that actually helps you achieve your goals. That means business development is the top priority for your early days. Figure out a plan, measure it, stick to it, hold yourself accountable to yourself, because nobody's going to assign work to you anymore. You have to do that for yourself, and you have to do it well. Let me know about your first few quiet, scary, relaxing, exciting days of your law firm. Like, subscribe, check out Practiced, and thank you so much for watching.